What's up, family, and welcome to Born to Create. Now, for those of you who don't know, Born to Create is a simple concept. If who or what you want to be doesn't exist, you go out there and create the life that you want. So today on the podcast, we have an amazing young entrepreneur named Christopher Nelson. Now, Christopher has an energy drink company called Now Plus Later. He makes all natural energy drinks that will literally change your life. So stay tuned. Take notes. Christopher's going to drop us some bombs today on the podcast. And again, welcome to the podcast. We'll see you soon. All right, Chris, welcome to Born to Create, my man. Thank you for coming. I know it's been a minute.
Pleasure. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure, brother.
You finally here. So Now Plus Later is an energy drink that I've seen you pushing online for a while. So I'm like, I got to get this young king on the show to talk about what he's creating. All right. So tell me about this product, where it started, and what you're creating.
Well, take it back to 2009, where I had just got hired at Albertson Distribution Center in Brea. I was working 16-hour shifts, and and working those hours, you gotta find anything to stay up. Coffee, energy drinks, Monsters, anything to keep you going, because you gotta make that money.
Right.
So one day, I had took one in the morning, and I passed out in front of my wife's fridge.
Passed out,
literally
fell on the ground.
Fainting on the ground. And she comes in there screaming, and she calls the paramedics, and I get to the hospital. They run my vitals and everything, and they're like, "Hey, did you know that you're caffeine sensitive? And did you know that you have a heart murmur?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't know all this. This was something new to me." But me not knowing as a young kid, I'm just thinking, okay, everybody's drinking energy drinks. I gotta drink energy drinks. I gotta keep going. This is what they're doing to keep their job, so this is what I gotta do to keep my job. Yeah. So me knowing that and me finding that out, I was like, what else do I do? I'm like, I don't want to turn to drugs. I'm like, so what else do I do? Yeah. I gotta stay up. So I started getting to the gym. I started doing my research and pre-workouts and everything. I started testing out things like at that time it was C4 that was out at the time. C4 was out at the time. Everybody was taking it. It was a very, very popular product. Yeah. But once I started going to my research, I'm like, man, this can't be healthy, man. Like, my heart is jittery. My hands are sweaty. I get stomach aches. I'm like, man, this can't be healthy.
It's off of C4?
Off of C4,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm like, I can't do it no more. So what I do is that I start taking a course at RCC in Moreno Valley, science, because that's what I'm into, is science and biology. That's what I'm really into. That's what I love. That's what I have the passion for. Yeah. So I was like, man, let me go ahead and just put something together, man. And after I received my AA, I had started putting things together. I started getting them tested, because being a entrepreneur of a beverage product, you have to create it at home in your kitchen first to get it going. Okay. And then what you do is that you start giving it to friends, start passing around to friends and everything, see how they like the product. And I was getting good feedback. Yeah. I was getting no negative reviews, so I was like, okay. So I got with a good friend of mine. He's actually in the military, and he actually has a connection to like the lab from Body Tech. Okay. Yeah. Body Tech, it runs your product through like the lab, make sure all the pH levels are on point, make sure it's a healthy product for the human body. Right. So, once I got approval now, I'm like, man, it's a go. And I was in Los Angeles, California at the time. I was staying in Los Angeles. And a good friend of mine named Rayshawn, he actually works for me now. He's actually still loyal to the company to this day. Yeah. We started out selling 20 units. And that's all we could sell for a good month. Yeah. Then the following month, the revenue started picking up. And I was like, man, Rayshawn, we're at almost 300 units now. Wow. And sold. Yeah. And that's actually good for 2 months of time. Yeah. We actually was good with that.
For a startup, that's amazing.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So I was like, man, I got something good here.
You knew that.
Yeah, I knew that.
Okay, you knew that. Okay.
Yeah, I knew that. I'm like, man, I was getting good feedback. As far as family members, like, man, you got something golden there. Okay. But that's just how the product began, and that's just how the product began.
Yeah.
That's just how I got kicked off.
Yeah. Let me say this. So it's most companies, most entrepreneurs have success when they find a problem.
Right.
You find a problem in the marketplace, that's when you get paid. So the problem that you solve, that you're solving, is that the energy drinks can actually kill you, right?
Oh, yes, sir.
Because my wife's father was in the hospital some years back because he was slamming monsters like every day because he's a landscaper.
Mm-hmm.
So same thing, too much caffeine was messing with his heart, But when you solve a problem, that's when you make cash, and
right.
you solve the problem.
Mm-hmm. And not to cut you off, yeah. I can actually tell you why it actually makes people sick. It's because the product contains hydrochloride. Hydrochloride, which is in peroxide. That's 1% that's in Monster, Bang, C4, it's in Rockstars, and all those things create stomach ulcers.
So you're saying the stuff that we put on our skin, the peroxide, what's in there is in these drinks,
and it's going into your immune system.
Wow.
And not to put the FDA, they just look at the dollar amount.
Yeah, of course.
They don't really look at what's in the product, what can it do to people. I feel like the next blame can be, it was on a sickness, sickness. Yeah. But you knew that these energy drinks was harming people, and you guys still approved it, and you wonder why people die just off natural causes and stuff like that.
Right. That's amazing. So now plus later, it's all natural.
It's all vitamins. All vitamins.
Okay.
It's all natural fruit. If you hold the product up in the light, you can actually see the pulp actually in the drink from the lemon.
Okay.
And you can actually see the product of the vitamins. It's an all natural vitamin drink. Not everybody likes taking their vitamins in the morning. I get it.
I'm one of them.
Right.
But I have to, right?
Right. You have to. But in order to live a healthy lifestyle and to actually stay in great shape and actually live longer, you have to take care of your temple.
Right.
You got to take care of your body.
Right.
And what I discovered, and this what makes my product mainly stands out, is the lion mane's mushroom.
Okay.
When I discovered the lion mane's mushroom, it's actually a brain enhancer from a fungus from the tooth family. If you're knowledgeable about our teeth is actually where our knowledge comes from. So this product that I found that I put inside of my drink actually makes our product stand out because it gives your brain the enhancement, and it gives it full potential. It puts your brain at full connection of what it needs to be.
So right now my mind's blown, right? So you're saying that our knowledge comes from our teeth?
Yeah.
Tell me more about that. Unpack that more.
Well, God, he gave us wisdom.
Right.
The wisdom comes from our teeth.
Okay.
He created our teeth to give us wisdom.
Okay. How is that? How does our wisdom come from our teeth? Because I'm thinking like wisdom teeth, when you get pulled out.
Right. No. Well, you got to think, because if you're familiar with the brain,
yeah,
your brain structures come from your teeth.
Gotcha.
So that's why if you ever get a toothache, your head starts hurting.
You're right. Yeah.
Because it's connected to your brain.
Right.
Without those teeth, your brain don't function correctly.
Right.
It don't function to its main potential.
Right.
So that's why the dentist always encourage you to keep your teeth. Make sure your teeth is healthy. Make sure you come to the dentist because you can lose certain knowledge in which that can cause eternal damage to your brain. And that's why some people pass away from teeth issues because their brain explodes. It's not functioning with the proper structure from the teeth.
Yeah. That totally makes sense because I was doing some research a while back, and they were saying that one of the biggest causes of Alzheimer's is because you don't floss. So all of that, whatever junk or bacteria gets into your brain.
Correct.
So the teeth are part of your knowledge.
Correct.
I love that.
Correct.
I freaking love that.
And but that's what mainly which has my product standing out.
Yeah.
Because I'll be the first product with the brain enhancer, and it doesn't have a bitter taste to it. It actually has a very healthy taste to it. It actually has amino B12. It was optional. It was optional to either have it tart or it's optional to either have a flavor. Of course, I took the flavor because I'm not going to sell without the flavor.
They're amazing. I mean, I'm drinking them right now, but I don't want to be bouncing off the walls on this podcast. So, but if I am, I am, right?
Right.
So,
hey, I done drunk half and I'm still good, you know? Hey, we still here.
We're still here. One thing you said that really stood out was that you got to take care of your temple. In order to do well in business, you got to take care of your body. Right. They go hand in hand. So, so talk to me about that, about entrepreneurship and your body.
Well, the thing is that in order for my body to properly operate in the morning, I have to have a good workout in the morning. I got to take my vitamins. In order for me to potentially operate at Christopher Nelson's full potential, I have to keep my body healthy.
Yeah.
That's, you know, and I'm not speaking that's just how everybody works, but that's just how I work. I know that's just how I work. And
how does that help you in business?
It helps me in business because it keeps me going. It keeps me motivated.
Yeah.
You know, it keeps me motivated. Sometimes, you know, I wake up in the morning and I'll be so sleepy from the previous night, you know, and my mind will still be racing while I'm sleeping. Because remember this, your mind is still going while you're asleep.
Yeah.
So my mind is busy racing, you know, like the night before. And this product actually calms my brain down to the point where I can actually focus on making my product greater and better.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So me having a healthy lifestyle and handling the business part, I got to do it. It's a challenge that we all have to get around.
Yeah.
You know, and this is my calling. This is what God has me on the path of doing. This is who he created me to be.
Right.
You know, so.
Right. So your calling. So there are people out there who have a calling.
Yes, sir.
And it's just really taking the action to go out there and commit to it, choose it. A lot of us, we don't choose ourselves first.
Correct.
You know, we let outside influences choose our lifestyle, choose who we are, choose who we want to be, and we put who we are second. How did you realize that? How did you begin to think that, you know what, right now I'm going to start choosing myself, and I'm going to start changing my life, changing my family, changing my legacy? When did you choose yourself, and how did you actually come to that realization?
Well, you know, me growing up, I was always like a stand-up person.
Okay.
You know, to never keep his hand down. I always speak on what's on my mind.
Okay.
And I always did my homework on an alpha male and a beta male.
Okay.
And me considering myself an alpha male, I have to stand out. I have to do what I believe in, and alpha males, we're not moved by anything that anybody else says.
No.
We take all the criticism, we take all the bad thoughts,
right,
and we swallow that inside, and we die with it. And we don't think about it. We still stay on our goal and our purpose.
Right.
So once I found it out, I'm like, man, I gotta start working. I gotta start working on Chris. What is Chris here for? What am I here for? What did God put Christopher Nelson on this earth for?
Yeah.
You know, so once I found it out, all the naysayers just go one ear out the other.
Yeah.
Anything, any insult, any bad things try to make me make a U-turn.
Yeah.
I just get back up and I just put my chest down and I just keep going.
Yeah. Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what, because this is what I believe in.
Yeah. So it's focus.
Focus.
Right?
I'm focused.
You focus.
I'm in tunnel mode.
Right. In tunnel mode. Yeah, right. And it's what you believe in.
Right. Correct.
And that belief, I'm sure, came with some adversity. Came with some struggle. Came with some happy times, good times. But belief is very, very important.
Yes,
right?
sir.
And a lot of people really don't believe in themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They sit back and they wait for something to happen, wait for something, Chris, I have this idea for an energy drink, but no, you say, you know what, it's my idea, it's my concept, it's my dream, so you took action.
And that's the thing. Not a lot of people are willing to take action.
Right.
Not a lot of people are willing to put in the footsteps. A lot of people just want to sit on the sideline and watch and let the person put in the work and then want a piece of what you got going on.
Right.
And I always tell people this. I don't go into business because I don't want no sideliners. I know that I'm gonna actually go in the field and put in the work.
Yeah.
I know that I'm actually getting done. I actually just bought a truck. I was actually just bought a 2016 Transstar.
Okay.
Big rig.
Okay.
And I knew on what I wanted to do. This is what I planned to do. Yeah. I planned to get this big rig. Yeah. So I can keep that money coming in while I work on my dream.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. So the big rig is for a different business.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually have 2 LLCs.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Mm-hmm. So you working it, man.
Oh yes, sir.
You working, you pushing. Before you discovered alpha male, beta male, talk to me about your background. I mean, did you grow up in like a positive, healthy environment? Because your mindset doesn't come just like voila, right?
Oh, correct.
It has to be a turning point. You know, family, mother, father, book. Like, where does your turning point come to go from Christopher 1 to Christopher 2.0? Right. So,
right.
Where did that come from?
Well, you know, I grew up with both of my parents. And my dad, he always wanted to work, and always, you know, he always had to keep the food on the table. Yeah, yeah. And my mom, you know, she did what she could to always strive, trying to take care of like the bills and everything. And you know, me watching my parents work hard, it really brought me to a point where it was like, Chris, you have to change the family tree.
Wow. You
really have to change the family tree, because if you let this go on, then the people that's coming up under you, like your siblings, are gonna think it's okay to go make somebody else's dream come true. They're gonna think it's okay to go work for somebody else. They're gonna think that it's okay to go and slave with somebody else, and still knowing that you're a number and you can be crossed out any day. Yeah. And they won't have no feeling behind it. Yeah. That's not okay. That's not okay. Right. So me, being who I am, I'm willing to hold the torch and to really change the family tree.
That gives me freaking goosebumps, bro. It does, because not many people are willing to take that step. Not many people are willing to carry that load. That's a heavy freaking load, right? Mm-hmm. But some people are naturally built for it, right? Mm-hmm. And I think what happens is that a lot of people, when they get these heavy ass loads on their back, they say, God, make this lighter.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, no, God, make me stronger, right? So I can carry more. And that's you, right?
Yes, sir.
It's like, your thing is like, no, I want this shit to be lighter. I want to get stronger and stronger and stronger.
I have no limit.
You have no limit.
I have no limit. I had no limit, and I had no fear. And I know that I can get this done if I just keep working hard at it. If I just keep on going, keep my foot on the dirt, and don't make no U-turns in what I'm doing. Yeah. Then I know that I'll be able to carry this load. This is who God made me to be. 2 years ago, in October, I was actually shot in my chest twice.
You were what?
I was shot in my chest twice 2 years ago.
Okay. Tell me about that.
I was at one of my friend's candlelights in Reno Valley, and I was there with like his mom and everything. And these dudes just pulled up and they just started shooting.
You got shot in your chest?
I got shot in my chest twice.
And you're still here?
And I'm still here. I walked to the hospital, everything. God actually had his hand on me that night.
Right.
But in the midst of that, in the room, God woke me up out of my sleep at 2:00 in the morning, was like, hey, I did this for a reason, because it's time for you to stop playing.
Right.
It's time for you to stop playing. It's time for you to get to work and put you on a journey that I told you to be on. Yeah. And that kind of woke me up. And then after that, man, I just kind of because sometimes you have to leave your roots alone sometimes to grow. Yeah. So so that kind of woke me up to a point where that kind of made me who I am today. Yeah. To push harder now. It's time to push harder now. Ain't no more games to play, because I almost lost my life in that second, and everything that I had going would have been at my deathbed. Like, how come you never brought me to life? How come you never did this for me? How come you never put Chris Nelson to the potential that God told you to be at? Right. You wasted him. Right. So that kind of woke me up to a point where I can't waste no more time. Yeah. I got to keep on going.
Right. And And you are going, right? It's like you got to a point where what I'm hearing is that you have no other option. This is your only option, right? So if it's your only option, it's something that you are willing to die for because you almost did, right? And there's this a quote that a quote/question I heard. It's like the question is like, where are the most dreams and desires? Where are they? And the answer is like, it's in the graveyard, because most people take their dreams and their goals and their passions with them. They never come to life, right? And it's sad, but it's a reality. But most people don't take advantage of a second or even a third chance. You're that second chance, and you took advantage of that.
Yeah.
And you totally changed your life, and you're saying like, this is who I am. This is what I'm doing, and no matter what, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
You made a choice. You chose. You committed, and that's commendable.
Yeah.
Right. That's commendable.
Yeah, and I'm not complaining. You know, I'm a person who don't complain. I just I just take the punches and I just keep going. You know, this is something that I want to do. This is something that I have a passion in doing. Is being an entrepreneur, owning my own business, setting up stuff for my kids, setting up stuff for my son. My son, if for you to talk to my son is just like me. He's into the business. He wants to know all the guys. He wants to know all the employees. He wants to be involved in the meetings. He wants to, and he's only 9 years old.
Wow.
And he wants to be involved in this stuff. He comes to the computer with me. He's like, Dad, so what are the stats looking like this week? And that amazes me, you know, because at least I know that I have somebody who I'm truly doing it for.
Wow.
That I'm setting up his life. Right. You know, I'm setting up his life. Even with the Nelson Hauling trucking business, I'm setting up my daughter's life with that. You know, that can pay off my kids' tuition. You know, and stuff like that. And you know, everything that I'm creating is to give my kids a better life that I didn't have.
Right.
Something better. It's a next level than just this level here. It's a next level. Yeah. And why shouldn't my kids be blessed to have the great things in life?
Why shouldn't they? And what you're doing is that you're setting up a true legacy, a true lineage, because most people that get to success, they're things like, you know, I'm gonna leave my kids money, but you're leaving them knowledge. So if anything happens, they go out there and create their own.
Right. I'm not only leaving knowledge. I'm leaving monuments for them.
Right.
Monuments. You know, that's my goal. When my drink makes it to Antarctica or the North Pole, then that's when I know I'm done. Yeah. That's when I know I give myself a pat on the back. Right. But until then, I'm leaving monuments.
The work continues.
Yeah. And I haven't even I haven't even covered all of California yet. Yeah. I haven't even been all around California yet. And imagine when I reach the states. Yeah. When I reach other states. You know, I just got to keep this passion and keep God first. I keep God first in everything I do. Every cent that has actually ever came to my pocket actually came from Him, because He's my provider. Yeah. Not this world. Right. I'm actually not even a part of this world. I'm actually a squatter here. I actually live in. I actually come from heaven. Yeah. Amen. You know, so that's my main goal, man. I try to keep focusing that.
Right. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of pushback, right? And so why? I mean, why business? I mean, why not just live a mediocre, average life? I mean, because it seems to be the norm, right? You know, you have the hopes, you have the dreams, you have the desires, but you sit on them. So why choose different?
Because why be normal? Yeah. Why not sky's the limits to your life? Right. Why not? God says live like it's no tomorrow. Right. And sky's the limit. And I'm not settling. That's people who settle. Yeah. Us as entrepreneurs, we don't never settle. Never settle. You can't never settle. You got to keep on going, because guess what? You made it to this point, so guess what? You can make it to this point. Right. You know, but if you settle, you're gonna stay right there. You're not gonna know what that point ever felt like. Yeah. You know. Yeah.
Most people live a life of quiet desperation. It's like they do anything they can to get out of the situation, but then they don't do anything they can, right? It's right. You know, there's so many complaints about my job, my income, what I drive, where I live, my kids. But if you want something to change, you got to change, right? And most people aren't willing to change. People rather die than change.
Right. Yeah, correct.
So that's massiveness. It's like, hey, let's just make a change, because wherever you are in your life, wherever you are, it's what you created. Right. No one did it to you. You're no one's victim. You created everything you have. So it's like, if you can create something that you don't want, take that and create something that you do want. Right.
And why play the victim? Why play the victim in something you created, and something that you asked for?
Right.
You got to be ready. You got to be ready for what you asked this from God, and now it's here. You got to be ready. Don't play the victim.
Right.
This is something that you came with. Don't complain.
Right.
Don't do that, because all that time you're wasting, you can be manifesting.
I love it.
You could be manifesting on new things, and I always say this. People are going to talk.
Right.
People are going to say things. Everybody has an opinion. But if you just wipe out all those opinions and all that time you spent thinking about those opinions, how much money you would have made within that time?
Stacks.
How much money would have made within that time of all that dwelling, of all that thinking, of all that, man, I got to make things better for somebody else.
Right.
How you could have been thinking about $1 million plan.
Yeah.
But instead you're thinking about other things that's not even helping your business.
Yeah.
That's not even growing your business.
Yeah.
Not even putting a penny to your business.
Right. Yeah, that's it's called dogma, living your life on the opinions of other people.
Right. Correct.
That's what a lot of us do.
Yeah.
We do. Well, but I'm gonna say this, Dad said this. My wife said it's like, no, you gotta do you.
Right. You gotta do you. Yeah. Right. It don't matter. It don't even matter about your friends. Sometimes some friends gotta go.
Most friends
gotta go. Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Because guess what? Right now, I feel like the world we live in right now is a gold digging lifestyle. That's how I feel right now. I feel like we live inside a gold digging lifestyle. As far as friends too.
Yeah.
They all try to see, what can I get out of you, or what can I learn from you, or how can I do this, instead of worrying about how can I figure out for myself.
Right.
Or how can I do it for myself? I have a good friend named Charles Jones. He actually owns a security company. I've been knowing him all my life. The reason why we are friends, because we have the same aspects of life. We have the same goals. If you was to put 40 entrepreneurs in the room, I think they'll make $1 billion.
Yeah.
If you was to put them all in the room, they'll change the world.
Right.
And it's crazy because they're all in different states and they're all in different parts. They don't even know about each other.
Yeah.
So, but me and my friend Charles, man, we actually go get our stuff done.
Yeah.
We don't play no games. We don't make no excuses. We take care of our family. We keep everything level, and we really hold down what we got going on as alpha males and as men.
Wonderful. So 2 more things. So you mentioned, now talk to me about first year sales, because we discussed that before the cameras. First year sales, and then where you are now as far as sales.
In 2020, we actually started off selling 20 units, and then it had went up, I want to say within the next month, to 300 units.
Okay.
Then later on down in like November, it then had went up to 1,000 units. Then that following year, starting off in January, we started off the year 2021, we started off the year with selling like 2,000 units just off the bat, just in January and February.
2,000 units. So from 300 the year before, the whole year, next year, January, February, 2,000. Okay. 2,000
units. So with that being said, we were at 3,000 units within that 2 years. Wow. Which was cool because, some guys can't even get their product, can't even get 10 units off the shelf.
No.
And then it got to the point where I started getting the product out more. Shout out to DHL Warehouse in LA. They really supported me and they really stuck with me throughout the whole grind. That's where most of my revenue had came from the beginning. I feel like like my numbers start skyrocketing up. In 2021, before you know it, we was at 3,500 bottles sold. I want to say by April.
Wow. Okay.
By July, we're almost close to like 7,000. No, we're at 4,500 bottles sold in revenue. By the end of the year, we have reached 6,945 units sold by the end of December.
Wow.
So with that total being said, within out the 2 years, we have reached our units to 7,767.
It's amazing. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And those numbers are amazing. But what I want people to know is that those numbers don't come at you sitting on your ass.
Right.
It's like
mm-hmm.
you were out there working, pushing, promoting,
right.
You know, making sure people knew what this product
and
was.
And a team.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
You create a vision and you walk in that vision every single day. And one thing I tell people all the time is that, you know, you don't have to set out to build this big badass wall in one day, right?
No,
it's like lay one brick every single day, make sure it's perfect, and then eventually you will have your big ass wall.
Right.
And that's what you're doing,
mm-hmm.
right? It's like you're laying a foundation for your company, you're placing a brick, make sure it's perfect, and you're growing and you're building.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing that's important. It's like, hey, you have to get out there and do work. Every single day, do something in your business that's going to push that thing to the next level.
Who else going to do it?
Nobody else going to do it. Nobody else going to do it.
Nobody.
Nobody not going to do it. No one's going to believe in your dream more than you are.
Right.
So you have to get up, and then once you take the action and do it, people will start attaching themselves to your dream and start following your path. And when you say team and employees, I mean, people are buying into your vision.
Yeah,
people are buying into what you're doing. That's because you step and say, you know what? This is what I'm doing. No matter what, I'm doing this. So those sales came from hard work. Entrepreneurship is not easy.
It's not easy
right?
at all.
It's not easy. I'm sure. I'm a guess. I'm sure that you working harder here than you worked at Albertsons, right?
Yeah.
But you're enjoying this journey a lot more.
I'm investing.
You're investing.
I'm investing. I'm not just working, trying to live paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
You know, I'm investing. All this is all an investment.
Yeah.
Because one day somebody's gonna come buy this product from me.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna come with an offer on the table, and it's an investment. Yeah. It's all an investment, right. and then God will put me on another journey on what he wants Christopher Nelson to do.
So that's your goal is an exit.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay.
It's to exit that and go into something better,
of course.
Something greater, something else that God blessed me with in life.
Build next to that. I love it.
Yeah. About like my team, you know, and keeping them going. I actually have 4 employees now.
Okay.
And they actually believe in me. And, you know, they know I'm serious, and they know that, I'm serious about my dream. They know I'm serious about the product, and they know that, I'm not making no U-turns.
Yeah.
So that keeps the faith in me from them, you know, and they keep me going, because now I have people that actually depend on me now.
Yeah.
I have actually thousands of people who actually depend on me now. Yeah. So if I was to
7,000.
it's actually, if I was to stop selling, people will not go a day without my drinks. It's like impossible. Like they complain to my guys every day, like, hey, where are the drinks? What's going on? You know, whenever it's a job. But me, I stay consistent. Yeah. I stay consistent about what I have. And consistency will put more respect on your business. People will take you serious now. Right. People will be like, hey, you know what? This guy ain't playing no games. He's actually sticking on what he's saying. He's not playing no games. He's actually profiting, and he's actually not playing any games with this product.
Yeah. Being consistent is the ultimate key to being successful, right? So I want to ask you, there are people out there who are watching, not watching, whatever, but they have a dream to start beverage company, food company, whatever company, right? So tell me about the steps that I would take to actually get my beverage made out there. Just how does it work, right? How do you create this?
First, you have to come up with your measurements, and you have to come up with your recipe, and you have to come up how much revenue is it gonna cost you to actually put into the product. And you actually have to come up and make sure that it's a good product. You have to keep the entertainment going of the product. And keep on getting feedback. And if you're getting bad reviews, that means you're doing something bad.
Yeah.
If you're getting good reviews, that means you're doing something right.
Right.
So creating a product comes with a lot, you know. With the recipe, you actually have to make sure all of these are all on point, are all on level.
Okay.
If they're off level 1%, the FDA down here will dismiss it, and you won't be able to sell this product. Okay. So you have to make sure that all the levels and everything is all on point. You have to make sure the product is actually body ready to actually go into the human body. Okay. You actually have to make sure that the product contains the right pH levels of water, because people just think, oh, I can create a great drink and have a whole lot of sugar in it. No, you can give somebody sugar diabetes. Right. You know, you just can't do that. You know, right. So and my product only actually has 7% sugar out of a 5-gallon container. Actually, the only thing that actually give that taste to it is the amino acid and the B12.
It does taste sweet, so it's amino acid and B12. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. So okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you know, and you have to make sure all those levels are actually all on point, because the lab will actually turn your drink back and sign it off to where you can't sell it. Okay. And I had to get out the kitchen. I had to get to a manufacturer. Yeah. You have to get to a manufacturer. It is illegal to actually make your product in the kitchen. Really? Yes. Okay. You have to have a actually clean lab. You actually have to have all the stuff sanitized, because the FDA is big. Yeah. They want to make sure everything's sanitized, because you're giving your product out to the world. Yeah. It's no game. Yeah. You're actually putting your product within the people. Yeah. You know, so I'm comfortable knowing that you came to me healthy, and I want to send you away from me healthy. Yeah, right. So this is something that I love doing. I want to start an energy drink because this is something that I love doing. I love exercising. I love staying in great health. Yeah. I love staying healthy and with a healthy mindset. Yeah. That's just what I love doing. So, but in order to come up with your actually own energy drink, you have to follow those steps, and you have to stay within California state laws. The California state laws are really important, you know, because they will audit you, and you can get federal charges. Yeah. Okay. So just, and don't think within 6 months you're gonna blow up. Yeah. People mess up and people make U-turns when they think just in 6 months I'm gonna blow up. If I don't blow up, I quit. Yeah. You can't have that mindset. Right. You can't have that mindset. You know, people are gonna talk. People are gonna say stuff about your product that you don't like. Yeah. So what? Part of the game. Part of the game. It's all part of the game. You take it and I'm gonna keep on going. But with that being said, you have to have some type of school of knowledge, some type of background to actually come out with your own energy drink, because they're gonna know what do you know within the science level and within the biology level. You have to have that background. Yeah. I have that background. Yeah. You know, and you got to be serious about what you're doing. Yeah. Yeah. You gotta commit. Mm-hmm. So, what are 3 action steps that we can take right now to change our mindset, to get on a path of entrepreneurship? Just something that we can do to get started, because a lot of people feel stuck, right? Feel stuck and don't know what the first 1, 2, or 3 steps is. So, not just energy drinks, but just business period. Right. Correct. 3 action steps that we can take today. Stay dedicated. Mm-hmm. Don't give up, and just stay strong-minded and stay open-minded in what you're doing. I like that. Okay. And always stand on what you believe in. Okay. I know I added a 4th one, but it's okay. It's all good. It was needed. It was needed. So, anything for us in closing? Just always keep God first. And don't ever fold in life in what you're doing. Right. I like that. And keep on going. Don't ever play the victim, and don't ever be a complainer, and always stay the creator. Always keep that mindset, because if you want to get to where you're going and you want to and you want to stop being uncomfortable working on something that you don't want to do, then get up and take the step and go for what you got going on and for what you believe in. Get up. Don't make no excuses. Get up right now. Get up today and go work on what you want to do.
Amen. All right. So now the important part. All right. This is freaking amazing. It's bomb. Right. Where do we find you, the drink, social media, Facebook, website?
You can find it down here at the bottom. We have our Instagram logo, Now Plus Later Energy. You can also find me at nowpluslatterenergy.com. I also have a LinkedIn account that you can find me on. It's posted on my Instagram.
Okay.
Follow up.
Yeah.
You know, keep watching, because a lot of things, I have a lot of stuff in store. We actually just dropped the Now Plus Later Immune.
Yeah. Okay.
It actually comes with ginger. It actually comes with elderberry. It actually comes with lemon. It actually comes with lion mane's mushroom. It's just all the great vegetables and vitamins to fight this whole coronavirus thing and to keep you healthy.
Yeah.
You know.
I can definitely see and more importantly feel your passion for this. This is something that you're passionate about.
Yeah.
Right? So keep going. You know, keep creating, because you're going to change lives. And changing lives, you're going to change the world. So I thank you for being on the show, brother.
Yes, sir. So, hey, thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
So it's about vision, execution equals action, right? So you heard what Chris said. You heard the passion, you heard the vision, you heard no U-turn. It's like he chose himself. He chose to get up and take action on the abilities and his God-given ability to create what he wants. Now I ask you, what are you doing? What can you do today? How can you start and take action on your dreams, goals, and desires? What can you do? The key is to get up and start moving. You don't need all the answers. You don't need to know the next step. You need to just start walking. So I challenge you, take action on your goal, your dream. Christopher did it, so can you. Choose yourself, and let's make things happen. Have a good day, guys.